Hello and welcome back to the channel. Boy, do we have a great episode for you today. We're going to look at how to use Google Gemini AI to create a really professional contact form for your website. But more importantly, we're going to focus on the plumbing that connects the contact form to your existing Gmail account or your existing email server. So let's get started. So today's lesson is going to be divided into 4 specific tasks. The first one is we're going to go and get the specifications for your email account. Now your email might be hosted on Gmail, or maybe you're using an SMTP server from your web hosting service. Regardless, we need to go get port numbers, mail server names, SMTP credentials. You get the idea. Now, once we have that information, we're going to use it to create a PHP email configuration file. Now, this file, which we're going to be storing in a secure directory, is going to inform the AI how to connect your contact form to your backend email service. So it's the plumbing that happens behind the scene. The next step will be to store that PHP email configuration file in a private secure directory on your web hosting service. And the final step will be to tell Google Gemini AI to create a functional contact form using the credentials and information from the PHP email settings file. It all sounds maybe a little convoluted, but trust me, it's very easy and it's very quick. And we're going to get started with the first step right after this. So now we're ready to get into the meat and potatoes of this task. The first thing you got to do is gather information about how your email service communicates with the outside world. So to my right are the configuration settings, which are typical for an SMTP server. Now that would be the email server that would be behind your web hosting service. We're also going to do an example with Gmail in the next slide, but for now, I want to concentrate on SMTP. So the first thing you're going to need is the host name. You're going to need your username, which is your email account, and you're going to need to know your password, obviously. You're also going to need to know which security protocol is being used. Different security protocols use different ports, so pay specific attention to that variable. Also, you're going to need some email routing information, who the email is from, who it's going to, so on and so forth. And all the ingredients are here right to my right. So if you can gather that information, we're ready to go on to the next step. But before we do that, I want to show you the exact same information, but what you would use to communicate with a Gmail account. Now, when it comes to Gmail, things are a little trickier. Not much, but a bit. Now, you still need to specify a mail host, and you need to provide a username and a password. Now, when it comes to security, you've got 2 options. You've got TLS that uses port 587, or you got SSL that uses port 465. You can use either one. If one doesn't work, try the other, but in theory, they should both work. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If your Gmail account has 2-factor authentication, which a lot of us use, right? Where when you log in, it sends you an email or text message to confirm the login. In that case, your password will not work with a contact form. What you have to do is go to the URL that I've specified below and create an app password for your Gmail account. Now, when you do that, a 16-character password will appear on the screen. Copy it immediately and store it somewhere safe, because once it disappears from the screen, you can't go back and get it again. So make sure you get it. The next thing is that password will have a space every 4 digits. Those spaces are not part of the password, so remember to remove them before you enter the password in the following step. Now, the next 2 steps are completely optional, but I strongly recommend them nonetheless. Number 1 is the CAPTCHA. That is the spam protection box. You know, sometimes you got to enter a number, sometimes you got to choose a picture, so on and so forth. You can go to the URL that I've specified next to me and get a public and private key to incorporate CAPTCHA in your contact form to prevent spam. Now, I recommend using version 2. It works well, and you can adjust the level of security on the CAPTCHA when you create your keys. The second piece of advice, and I strongly recommend this, is there's a free framework called PHP Mailer, which you can install in your credentials directory, and it does the backend plumbing between the form and the backend email service. It makes it really easy. So I really recommend downloading PHP Mailer. I've provided the address where you can find it. It's completely free, and it just makes the process a lot easier. So if you can, do those two things. So the next step is to create the PHP configuration file for your email server using the information we gathered in the previous step. Now, this is quite easy, and I've included these configuration files in the video description so you can download them so you don't have to type them all from scratch. Now, as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You just take the information you gathered in the previous step and enter it into the PHP file and then save it to your computer. If you're using Gmail, use the configuration file next to me. And again, the step is the same as the one we just looked at. You simply take the information you gathered about your credentials for Gmail and transfer them to this PHP file. If you're going to be using the CAPTCHA function, you will need to provide that information to the configuration file by adding the following lines to your existing configuration file, or if you wish, you can create an additional PHP file for the CAPTCHA credentials. It's up to you. Now that we've created the PHP credentials file, we want to save it on your web hosting service in a secured directory. Now, in your web hosting service, you probably have individual directories for your website. You do not want to put this configuration file in that directory because it will be available to the public. You want to create a separate directory, a configuration directory, which will be secured, and place the PHP configuration file in that directory. You also, if you're using PHP Mailer, which we discussed earlier, you want to install those files in this directory as well. To secure the directory that contains the email credentials, you want to give the directory permission 700 and the file within the directory permission 600. So what are the benefits of creating this PHP credentials file? Well, it separates your credentials from the actual application. So if ever your email hosting service changes, you can simply update the credentials file and you don't have to even touch your source code. It will just automatically work. That and the fact that it's a very secure way to configure your email client so you don't get hacked. And now here comes the big payoff. The prompt that you're going to enter in Google Gemini AI to create a perfect contact form for your website. You're going to tell Google Gemini AI to create a responsive contact form using Ajax and PHP Mailer. You're going to inform the AI to use the configuration file and PHP Mailer files found in your configuration directory that you created earlier. You will also provide the full path to that directory and also specify that the CAPTCHA keys for spam protection are included in the same configuration file. And that is all that Google Gemini AI will need to build a perfect contact form. Let's give it a try. We are now ready to create our contact form using Google Gemini AI, using the credentials in our email credentials PHP file. Now, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do before we jump into Google Gemini AI, and that will entail uploading the credentials file into our web hosting secured directory. Let's look at how we do that. So, I will go into my file manager, and this is my web hosting service. I'm going to go over to config, and in this directory right now, I already took the liberty of moving the PHP mailer files into this directory. These are the files for the framework that Google AI will use to do the plumbing between the form and my hosting service. Now, I showed you where to get those files on GitHub. You just download PHP mailer, and then unzip it and move that folder right into the secure directory. Pretty straightforward stuff. The next step is we have to upload the email credentials file, and we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to go up to upload. I'm going to say select file, and I want to get my email config file, which is over here, and I'm going to upload that. And we're done. So easy. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the directory. I see my email config file. Now what's important is to secure that file so nobody from the public can open it. So to do that, I'm just going to go to permissions, and I'm going to remove group, and I'm going to remove world, and that will leave the permissions at 600. And just like that, our directory is secured, and that credentials file is secured. So with that housekeeping out of the way, we can move over to Google Gemini and finally create our contact form. So to do that, I'm just going to move this window down here a little, switch over to Gemini, and I am going to paste our prompt. And I'm just going to get this out of the way again. So I'm going to read the prompt so you understand what's happening. Using the attached email config.php credentials file located in, and this is a very important detail, I put in the full path of that config directory. Now you need to do this because when this goes into production, your PHP script needs to know where that config directory is. So you got to specify it in the prompt. Please build a modern contact form that uses PHP mailer, which is located in the same folder as the email config.php file. So this essentially tells Google AI that all the files are together in one secured directory. Please use Ajax and make the form responsive so it works on both phones and desktop computers as well as tablets. So I want this form to be dynamic and to adapt to different screen sizes. I want the form to be delivered as a single PHP file that I can upload to my web hosting service. So this means that I want everything, the whole solution, to come back as one file and not broken down into different files that perform different functions. That's pretty much what that says to do. So let's execute this prompt, and off Google AI goes to the races to create this wonderful contact form for us. And the beautiful part is, because we created that credentials file and we told PHP or Google AI where that credential file is located, the plumbing will be in place for the contact form. You don't need to do anything else once you upload it to your web hosting service, which is really nice. So here we go. And Google is already done. Google Gemini is already done. And here's a single form, single file contact page. So I'm just going to copy, using this button, the source code. I'm going to flip over to a text editor. You can use whatever text editor you prefer. I'm using a script editor here. And I'm simply going to paste the form, 143 lines, not too long. And I am going to save it. File, save. That's simple. I just saved this as contactform.php on my desktop. So now I'm going to switch back to my web hosting, and I am going to go to my Barrhaven advertising website. This is the credentials I put in for my config file, but of course you would upload this to the website that you want to use the form in. And I'm going to say upload, and I'm going to go to my desktop and select my contact form. And there we go. Now I'm going to open a new browser window, and I'm going to go to www.barrhavenadvertising. We are now ready to switch over to my website to test the new contact form. So here I am in my website, Barrhaven Advertising, and I am going to type /contactform.php. Now this is the contact form we just created in Google Gemini. Check it out. Well, got a contact form. Again, not fancy, but the plumbing is all there and it should work. So let's give it a test. So I'm going to type in my name. I'm going to type in my email. I'm going to send myself a test message. I'm going to indicate that I'm not a robot. That's the spam protection. And send message. And there we go. We have confirmation that our message has indeed been sent and that the configuration file and the email form is functional. So there you go. That easy to create a contact form using Google Gemini AI and your own web hosting service. This will also work with Gmail using the Gmail configuration file that I provided. I hope this video was helpful. If you got any value out of it whatsoever, I'd appreciate it if you can take a moment to like the video. And most importantly, if you can subscribe. I'm looking forward to sharing many more videos with you, and that's the best way to get notified. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.